The patch notes of the 1.04 balance update set to be released on the 7th of May have now been released. This balance patch is set to nerf some of the most popular and top tier characters in the game, such as Arjosina, Fang and Dragonov, whilst buffing the lower tier characters or the less popular characters such as Asuka, the Bears and Leroy Smith. Now Steve Fox has kind of been in a weird state recently. He's seen a rise to popularity and tournament play, but he has been on the lower end of the caliber when it comes to Tekken 8 balancing. So in this video, we're going to talk about the changes made to Steve Fox in the upcoming balance patch later on in May. So the first significant change to Steve Fox is with his hit smash. It now gets 5 more points of damage, so it goes from 45 damage to 50 points of damage, which is good, just like Leroy. Now this is good because literally no one used this hit smash. No one used this. For starters, Sonic Fang into hit dash, Peekaboo down 2 did 2 more points of damage. It did 48 more damage, so there was no reason to use this hit smash. And the worst part is it forced you into Lionheart, and as we know currently right now, or like pre-patch before this patch drops, Lionheart is currently quote unquote broken, right? So it was always a very niche hit smash. You would always use it for like a floor break, maybe on the subconscious stage or the volcano stage with a floor blast, but overall there was no reason to do this, because if you forced yourself in Lionheart after the hit smash, most of the times the opponent would just like rage art or power crash, and like you can cancel out of Lionheart by like forward 3 into duck cancel, but any slight mistake, and because of the rage art animation, if you just mistime it by a frame or two, you're dropping the cancel and you're dying, right? That's what made it very difficult to implement, very difficult to use. But now, as we'll talk about later as well with his changes to Lionheart, this is a very significant change. It's actually worth it to now throw out his hit smash, which is a very good change. Another good change for Steve, well, not even a change but more so of a fix, is the consistency of his Sonic Fang, more so the second hit. There are some cases where the first hit would land and the second hit would miss, and if you've been playing Steve since Tekken 8 launched, I'm sure you guys have experienced it. Sonic Fang into hit dash is the go-to with Steve, and this has gotten me killed so many times. I wish I uploaded my ranked matches. I've raged so many times with this issue, bro. It's so annoying, but getting this fixed now is huge. If you guys recall back in Tekken 7, Jin had a similar issue with back to 1. When that move was fixed, it now became godlike. Like Jin's back to 1 is godlike, and Steve getting the same treatment. I hope it's the same. This will make his Sonic Fang very more consistent and will not get us killed anymore. Okay, so now for what I think is Steve's most important change is the fix to Lionheart. Not a buff, but a fix. Lionheart is now the way it's supposed to be. As we all know, Lionheart was not a true 50-50 mix-up stance. The opponent could just easily power crash out of every option. You could still cancel as a Steve player, but like it's not ideal because you're putting yourself in an advantage, but instead you yourself are getting mixed, which shouldn't be the case, bro. So it's a fix, not a buff, sadly, but like it's now working as intended, or at least it should be working as intended. The opponent recovers 1 frame slower, so I believe it goes from +7 to +8, right? They can't power crash after this. I don't think they can rage art as well. This will have to be tested, but if they can't rage art, then this stance will now be amazing. It will be good. And like I said, it's a fix, man. Not really something to be hyped about because we expected this. Honestly, it's a shame it's taken this long to be fixed, considering they had time to fix Laz or to buff Laz's DE3, which did not need a buff, by the way, as a Laz main, I will admit. But they didn't take the time to fix Steve's Lionheart stance. Like, what? Namco? Nani? So yeah, it's a fix. A huge step in the right direction. Does it need more? Probably yes, but like it's a start, guys. It's a start. Let's not be disappointed. It's a first patch, but overall a huge dab for our boy. His up forward 2 now has more range. We will be given more range. Now what pissed me off about this buff is the fact that even the developer notes actually tell us that Steve has no natural way of just launching the opponent, right? It's like they're acknowledging the fact that they nerfed his launchers. They nerfed back 2 and there's no go-to launch, which sucks, and that's the reason why they've buffed his up forward 2. Now, is this a game-changing buff? I don't think so. I don't think Steve players actually even use up forward 2 that much as a whiff punish. Every Steve player and their grandmother always uses Sonic Fang, at best forward 3-2, but you rarely see a Steve player with punish with up forward too. So a very niche buff, but maybe the range is significant, so we actually have to wait and see just how good it is. So another fix for Steve is to the 7th hit of his machine gun punches. It's been made to be more consistent as it usually whiffs. Now this applies mostly to his hit dash combo, right? You do a juggle, boom, hit burst, go into hit, then wall splat into sidestep 1-1 Sonic Fang into hit dash into machine gun punches. The 7th hit always whiffs, not even usually, but it always whiffs, as you can see here from my demonstration. So again, this is just a fix to be more consistent. It's good. We shall do a little bit more damage, but it's nothing major, nothing huge, right? If you look at it in a nutshell, it's still a very niche buff or a niche fix. So it's a trend with Steve. He's getting more quality of life improvements, more so than buffs, which sucks, but like we can't say no to these changes, right? Slowly we are getting there, but like it sucks, man, seeing what Leroy and Asuka, Brian, the Bears, what all these guys are getting, and like Steve just gets fixes. Oh man, it kind of sucks ass, not gonna lie. But like I said, I think they're trying to be more cautious with Steve. He's been on the rise recently, more tournament picks, more popularity, so I think they're trying to take it slow with Steve, and I fully understand, but as of now we just need to wait. But anyway, it's a good change overall. Like I said, we do more damage. A pretty significant change to his Lionheart 2. It now comes out 2 frames faster, from 20 frames I believe to 18 frames, which is really good. This will make his mix-up a little bit more scary, because I might be tripping, but people actually tend to react to 1+2, the guard break. I might be tripping, but like for me, it just feels like they always dark, man. People aren't really taking the mix-up in Lionheart, but now that it's faster, it might be just a little bit better. And the description also says it has the potential to aerial juggle characters on normal hit. So I'm guessing it's an instant screw on normal hit. Maybe I'm tripping. We'll have to test this one out. I don't want to reach, because he already has Lionheart 2 for instant screw, so I might be wrong on this. We have to wait for the patch to drop to test this one out. But overall, a very good change. Makes the mix-up scary. Like I said earlier, having a faster guard break move, it's okay. I mean, it's not insane, but it's alright. And lastly, to end things on a sad note, the Steve Fox tech that lets Steve players cancel from Lionheart to Peekaboo has been nerfed. It has been removed from the game, as it is, and I quote, unintended behavior. Now this sucks. This sucks so much, man. It's like player expression when people discover tech that doesn't really break the game, and it's super hard to do. I don't really feel it was necessary to actually remove this. Like honestly, I actually didn't even use this tech because of how difficult it is. I found myself getting punished, getting launched, getting rage outed upon, getting power crashed. Like it's so hard. But at the highest of levels, of course, people did manage to do this. I am seeing a lot of matches with low high actually pulling it off, but as you can see, even here from a practice mode, I keep on dropping it, bro. Like it's not easy. It is not easy, especially in a match where things are just so sweaty. You have to make pinpoint decisions. Like it was so hard. So this is kind of a letdown for me. Namco, you should give us the ability to discover things like this that don't really break the game in a sense, but let us express ourselves with the character, because it's a character we love. We spend so many hours in the lab, and to discover tech like this, right, that's still super hard to do. You know, it's good, man. It's a passion of the FGC, more so the fighting game community, kind of like Shiro Combo. Like Shiro Combo made so many rounds when it was discovered, right? They nerfed down forward 2, but then we discovered a more difficult way to actually use down forward 2 the same way. Like it was so good, but now you take both of them out. I mean, it sucks, but like at the end of the day, it was not intended. I do understand, but like I'm not for the idea, honestly. But it sucks for the OP cracked Steve players. I feel bad for you guys. I myself couldn't land this, but yeah, I'm with you guys. This change sucks, but it is what it is. So these are all the upcoming changes coming for Steve Fox on the May 7th ballast patch next week. So now, what do I think of the changes? How do I feel about Steve? Is Steve in a better place? Will he be in a better place than he was before? Now, firstly, like I said, right, Steve has been on a rise, mind you. Newman CH has been cooking in Pakistan. He also made grand finals in Pakistan. You know, popularity, Steve has gone up. Like he's gone way up. So I'm not really that surprised that he hasn't received that many changes. At the same time, I'm disappointed because I feel as though Steve needs more. But they are being cautious, like I said. They want to see how this develops. I think they're tired of seeing Steve being at the top for too long, man. Like since Tekken 4, our boy has been in the upper tiers, the top tiers, bro. Like it's ridiculous. But like at the end of the day, like I said, it's a first balance patch. We have more to come. I think he's a better character now, especially the fact that Lionheart is working as intended. That's huge for our boy, man. We can safely go into Lionheart and not worry about anything. No fancy gimmicks with sways and dark cancels. We can just go into Lionheart and spam one. That's pretty good. However, we still have to worry about parry characters. Don't forget, we can still get parried. Steve mains, stay woke. But overall, it's a step in the right direction, and we shall wait and see. Hopefully Namco does our boy more justice. Now if you enjoyed this video, why not check out Leroy Smith's changes. So GG my boys, and take care.